The Botcast. What was impossible is now possible. Don't resist it, embrace it.
Okay, welcome everyone back to the Botcast, where it's a podcast dedicated to talking about the bots and how powerful they are on the online platform. My name is Dr. Andrew Timms. I'm one of the hosts, but the brains behind this operation is absolutely Daniel Lyon. Hey Daniel, how are you, mate?
Hey Andrew, good, thanks. You actually give me a big head every time I hear that.
That's the plan, man. Pinky in the brain, buddy. Pinky in the brain.
Right, same thing we do every day.
Yeah, exactly. So today's conversation is going to be about different ways you can use the bot, and giving some examples of some people and some companies in the world that are actually jumping on and utilising this for their businesses. So how about we just jump straight into it, and you can start diving deep into who's using it and different ways you can use it.
Yeah, sure. So I guess the best way to look at it is to come up with an intent. As always, you always want to be, too many businesses make that mistake. They jump in and say, we need a website, but what kind of website do you want to build? And so we've got to move beyond this thinking that a website or a bot or anything you do online is purely just a business card, because it's so much more than that. And you need to have, if you're going to actually succeed, you've got to have intent. What do I want to do? Where do I want to lead my customer down the path of? What style of business am I? What's the personality behind the business? And then that will then give you the answers as to what style of bot you need, based on what kind of business you are and what your intent is. So just to name a couple, there is a few different styles, and I guess what you could say is that there's the information style bot where, and website obviously, but information style where all you're doing is telling people basically about you, about your business, what you offer. Basically, it's a service-based style kind of bot, so people can just get more information about you as a company in general, and you could provide your FAQs. And generally, each bot is going to have a bit of a blending of all of them, but what is the main focus of the bot? Is it giving it information? Then you've got other styles of bots where it could be giving daily tidbits. So the idea is that you want your users to subscribe, and every day or every week or whatever the schedule is, you'll actually send information that they have requested you to send. And this could be in the way of a coaching business or one of those marketing businesses where you're going to be sending out videos or resources. This could be in the way of, like, we see some really big companies doing this, like TechCrunch, ABC News, Forbes, where you can subscribe to a different category, and they will every day or every week, whatever your subscription settings are, they will then send you a message straight into your bot, straight from their bot into your messenger feed, with the latest news articles based around that using an RSS subscription. It could be sending, if you're in the coaching business, sending them that this week's information has just been released, or here's the latest business motivation topics, whatever it is that you're sending and getting your people to subscribe to. Then you've got things like e-commerce bots, where some of the two biggest companies that do this really well is Nike and Adidas. In fact, actually, they could do so much more, particularly the Adidas one. But the Adidas women one does do well in this. They've got products and about their products, but it's actually, for such a big company, really, really limited. And at the end of the day, all they're about doing is showing you what they've got and then sending you back over to the website to do it, which Domain tried to do that as well in the real estate industry, and it kind of failed a bit on them in the sense that people went to the bot to use the bot, but all Domain was trying to do was push them back to the website and use the website. And that's one thing you don't want to be doing, because if all you're trying to do is push people back to the website, then they figure, well, why was I on the bot in the first place? I may as well just go to the website and search it all myself. So don't make that mistake, but there is that aspect, and you can even put your products in and include buttons and links, whether you just embed a PayPal button code in there or whether you link through to your Stripe account or what have you, and you can actually embed that in there. So people could search for the products using the bot, say, I'm looking for something like this. The bot could dish up some suggestions based on their keywords, which is what we discussed in, I think it was number 2. It could have been episode 2, I think it was. We discussed all that. And then you could offer the suggestions and people could click on the button to buy the products. Then there's also the simple marketing bots as well. And someone who just did this in a big way just recently was Katy Perry. She's launched a new album, and to signal the launch of the new album, they actually built a bot around it where they promoted it to all of her fans. Go to the bot, and in the bot you had the option to be able to get some samples of the singles, and you could pre-order. They could build momentum and build a lot of anticipation around the new album that was coming out, just as a marketing way. And then, of course, naturally, since that was such an effective thing to do based on what we discussed in number 3, they've now got this whole list of people who they know are interested and intrigued by Katy Perry, who have done that the minute they release the album, they're going to be able to send that link straight through on that bot to thousands and thousands of users who went through to hear the samples. So it was a fantastic way to be able to use as an announcement launch. Then there's the other bots where, like, even I can't think of the name of it, but it was an airline company did it, where you could be looking and purchasing your tickets through it. Domino's Pizza advertise that you can order a pizza through their pizza bot. So you put in what you want, get the menu, and they'll grab all your information and place the order for you straight from the bot. And same thing goes through with other forms of those styles of businesses, where you can get like a doctor or a chiropractor or a practitioner to be able to book an appointment or to book something or to order something by using the bot. So there's many different styles of bots, and that's where I guess you've got to look at your own bot. And then, of course, beyond that, then there's just the simple ones like GrowthBot, do a funny photo of the week, and there's other ones like Trivia bots where you can just literally, it's like a game that you can just go in and play question and answer games with the bot and do trivia kind of stuff. So the best thing to do is look at what style of bot do you need or want for your business, what's your niche, what is the purpose, and what's the end goal that you want to lead your customer to, in the sense of Domino's Pizza trying to lead them to order a pizza, Katy Perry leading them on to want to be able to get more information so they can market and sell the new CD to, or the news companies like TechCrunch leading their customers on to want more engaged news information that they can then remarket to. Figure that out, and then you can look at what style of bot you should build and look into some of the big companies like those to see how they've done theirs, and then do what all online marketers do, and that's just copy the heck out of them.
Exactly. So, click funnels all the way.
Exactly, that's it.
And one of the biggest things I reckon that a lot of people are going to be missing on this, and the how to really take some big exposure, is people like Gary Vee and all those guys in the online space, promoting people to do like Instagram, Facebook. If you're a Gary Vee listener, you know how crazy he is about Facebook. And doing those daily video blogs and all that type of stuff to build your awareness and build, a persona for yourself online. It's all well and good, like the power to be able to do that within a bot. Yes, you can continue to do stuff on Instagram and all that type of stuff, but you get followers and stuff on Instagram, that's all well and good, and you can have millions of followers. But if you can get those same millions of followers on your Facebook bot by doing basically the same thing, you're talking about serious power. Right. When you get to that point, maybe just touch on how powerful that can be, since that's really a way of people getting awareness about themselves to the world, and that's what a lot of people are doing these days.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's right. You're saying it right, that you can get millions of followers, but it's all about engagement. And really, as we look at social media, every time Facebook play with the algorithm, they are intentionally making it harder and harder and harder for you to get organic reach. Like, that's the whole purpose point. Facebook is a free platform. They've now crossed that 2 billion people mark. How do they keep delivering great service? And it's that they get people to pay for it. And they're not going to charge the 2 billion users. They're going to charge the businesses that want to have access to those 2 billion people. So the organic reach on your Facebook page, so many people think, well, it's great, I've got a Facebook page. Simple, I'll get fans, I put a post up and every one of my fans see it, but that's not true at all. In fact, you get very little engagement, and it's even less than 10%. Often it's lower than that. So the thing is that you're going to put a post thinking that it's going to show up on the news feed of your fans, but maybe your fan has already unfollowed you. They liked your page because they feel compelled to, but they've unfollowed you. Secondly, the other factor is that because they might have liked so many pages, they engage more with A, page B, and page C than they do with yours. So Facebook just stops delivering yours into the newsfeed, because every time they do, they just scroll past it. And Facebook's intention is to give the user what they want to see. So yours could then organically stop being shown to your fans because they're not engaging with your post. And then thirdly, they then do it intentionally as well. So you're already getting 3 slaps on the wrist now. Before, then they say, well, if you want to show it, and if you're a page owner, you know exactly this message, other admins of pages like yours have boosted this post for $7, $20, $25, whatever it is that shows up. And they want you to click on that and boost that post so that you can actually get your post in front of your fans. Same thing with Instagram. You're going to get lots of eyes on it, but it's going to be just like a billboard as people drive past. Whereas, as we discussed in episode number 2 about the power of a bot and capturing everyone, the engagement rates by being able to, instead of, don't stop posting on your page, but instead make sure that you deliver your main content through the bot, and you encourage everyone that if they want to get your main content, latest videos or latest YouTube post, send it out through the bot, because that's where people will then engage with it. And sitting on the couch in front of the TV, you post on Facebook, they're not going to know about it unless they go to Facebook later that night. But sitting on the couch in front of the TV and you send out a message through the bot, check out the latest video, and bing, like that, it comes up on the home screen of their iPhone, their Galaxy, whatever they've got, and they're going to be able to click on it and instantly see it right there in the moment, just as you released it, prime time, perfectly. And that's how you get massive engagement and movement on your new posts, your new products, your new videos or podcast or whatever it is you're listing. So it's all about time. Time is of the essence.
Absolutely. And there's even ways to even get people from your interaction on your posts that you make into your bot. But that may be a episode for another time.
Right, exactly.
We want to keep these nice and short and sweet. We want to stick to time. We understand everyone's super busy. So I hope this gives you a bit of an understanding, a bit more of an understanding on the bots, what type of bot, depending on what your intentions are. It's like anything. You want to know what you want to do before you do it. So spend a bit of time working out what type of structure, what bot you want to do, where you want to drive people, and literally the options are endless when you come to it. So thanks again, Daniel, jumping on. That's another episode down. Appreciate everyone jumping on. Please jump on, subscribe, rate and review the podcast. It means a world to us to try and get this out to as many people as possible. So thanks, Daniel, and we'll see you in the next episode.
All right. Thank you. See you.
Thank you for listening. If you value your life, you won't keep this a secret. Subscribe, rate, and review, or we will find you.